So let's say you have a list of 1,000 raving fans. How successful would your business be? Can you picture it? What if that was 2,000 raving fans? Let's do a little quiz, just one question. Actually, it's true or false, so it's really one statement. And you've probably heard someone say this before. Here it is. The money is in the list, true or false? Now, I suppose you could make an argument for either true or false, but I'm going to say it's false, and here's why. The money is really in the relationship that you have with your list. You can have a list without that relationship, and there's going to be little, if any, money in that list. Now, where is this list building information important? It's important to think about these things in any content that you are making that is meant to build a list. This could be in YouTube videos, it could be in blog articles, it could be landing pages, webinars, or a simple PDF. It's important really in any content you make. Now, there's one more overriding principle to remember before we talk about building your list. You may have heard me say this before, and that is, people don't buy products. They buy results, identities, outcomes, representations, and feelings. So the first concept we're going to talk about here is the invisible force. There are two levels of desire. The first one is surface desires. That's what your potential customers want. This could be a desire like, I want more money. The second one is core desires, which could be why they want more money. Like, they want to take their family on a nice vacation and not to have to worry about money. Or you might state it as freedom. When you communicate with your list, or even potential list members, you need to try to connect with both of these. That way, you have both their conscious and their subconscious on your side. This will attract people from your list to you, and they won't even know why. That's why we call it the invisible force. You not only connect with their visible or conscious desires, but with their invisible or subconscious desires. So here's an example. Why does someone buy a Ferrari? It has 4 wheels, 2 doors, and gets you from one place to another, and really not any faster than any other car, assuming you stay anywhere near the speed limit. Why not buy a Toyota or a Ford? It's, of course, the identity it gives you. It's what it represents, like wealth and admiration. It's the feeling it gives you. Okay, now remember, we are building a list. What do you think is more important? Is it quality or quantity? We've already hinted at this, but let's look at it this way. Let's say you have those 1,000 raving fans that we talked about at the first, and you have a new product you want to sell. Who would you talk to first? Those 1,000 raving fans, or would you go out and run some traffic to a landing page and try to get some new people on your list? Of course, you would talk to your existing community first. But if you wanted to grow that community, what would be more important? Large numbers of unknown quality on your list, or maybe smaller numbers, but more raving fans? The answer is obvious, I think. You want the raving fans. So we want quality, but how do we get that? Well, we know we want to connect with both their surface and core desires. We already talked about that. So we have some source of traffic. It could be from our existing community. It could be from social media. It could be pay-per-click advertising. Whatever the source, it doesn't really matter. We want to develop a hook to get our quality people on our list. That hook could be any of the content we mentioned before. You know, the landing page, YouTube video, PDF, etc. What should that hook be able to do for us? Well, the hook should do 3 things. Number one, it should inspire. Now, you should be in a good place when you create this on any content. If you have chaos going on in your mind, people will notice, even though they may not know what they are seeing, and it will not attract. Make sure you're in a good place and that your hook inspires. Number two, it should educate and provide value. Have the best interest of your prospect. Think of them as people and think of what they need, not what you need, when developing the hook. Again, if you are thinking about you, people will notice, even though they may not know what they are seeing. Number three, it should motivate. Your message should always be to motivate. Again, you need to be right to motivate them. So, what three things should your hook do? To summarize, it should inspire, it should educate and provide value, and it should motivate. Do those three things with your content and connect with both the conscious and subconscious desires, and you will build a quality list of raving fans. Now you've got the skills to build a list of raving fans, but how do you get the traffic you need to apply those skills? Well, click on the first link in the description below this video to download your free copy of the Mass Traffic Blueprint. It's what the top 1% of marketers use to get their traffic. Don't forget to like this video if you did, and to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get more content like this. I'm Daryl Ballard, and I will see you next time.